So exactly how old is Daniel? Thought maybe you were babysitting.
Feels like that sometimes. Well, I was at the IV before, right? And Kieran's having major problems with his computer.
Is there anything you can do about it?
It won't be easy.
Oh, let me guess, it won't be cheap either.
Sorry, what do you mean they're staying in Rarotonga? For how long?
Forever, apparently.
Why?
To live happily ever after?
Wait. Alice and Kip are a couple now since when?
3 drinks ago? Who knows?
They can't just not come back.
And unfortunately, I can't fly over there and drag them back. It's not going to be easy finding replacements for them at such short notice.
I should be able to cover Alice's shifts until we get another permanent level 4.
Great, Scotty. Sarah, how do you feel about acting as a consultant in ED until we find a new head of department?
Yeah, I don't think Sarah needs that stress again.
Sarah has a functioning mouth and can speak for herself, thank you very much.
Good. I'm not talking a hands-on capacity. I'm just talking about running a department.
Count me in.
You sure?
Yeah, positive.
Good. Well, I really appreciate that, Sarah. Thank you very much.
Oh, come on, cheer up. I promise I'll go easy on you.
Yeah, you heard Callum, no hands on.
Fine, I'll save that for when we get home then.
Congrats, guys. You are now officially 19 years old.
Sweet. How'd you make them?
An artist never gives a secret to it.
Shit.
Hey, how did you get to be Mr. Moneybags all of a sudden?
My mates. They're buying comics off me.
Comics? What comics?
Hey, do you want to go to a movie later on?
Oh, didn't I tell you I'm flat out in ED today?
No biggie. I'm only offering to keep you happy anyway.
You know what? I don't recall seeing you with your nose in any comics lately.
That's why I'm selling them. I'm over them.
Right, I thought I'd noticed you with a bit of extra money lately.
There are a lot of geeks out there. You'd be surprised what they're willing to pay for stuff they really want.
Oh, well, that's good, I suppose. Do you want anything?
No, I'm good.
Hey, is my license ready?
I'm not here.
You have just given Auntie Libby's biceps a workout and a half.
No, he's like a rock now. Grow so fast.
Ugh, don't they just?
You'll miss all that if you go to Paris.
Nice one, Mum.
Sounds amazing.
I know.
It says your timing.
Nothing's been set in concrete. Chris hasn't even signed the contract.
But he will.
Maya.
I'm going to jail, Lib. And if Tans stays in Wellington and if you go to Paris, then Mum will be looking after JJ by herself.
Well, maybe you should have thought about that.
I know all the drama that I've caused. But I can't take it back. And this isn't about me. It's about Mum and JJ.
No, you're not doing this.
Not doing what?
Guilting me into staying.
No, that's not what I was trying to do.
I'm not going to Paris forever, and I promise I'll do whatever I can from there to help.
Well, you're not going to be much use as babysitters, are you?
You want me to turn down a fantastic opportunity just because you want me to stay here and babysit? I'm sorry, Maya, that is not going to happen.
You've got to live your life. Vive la France.
Did he say why he's shooting his career in the foot?
He said go rent, return to the Blue Lagoon.
Kip and Alice, touched for the very first time on a tropical island.
Yep, a real deal.
Oh, should have seen it coming, I suppose. They do both love the booze and dancing on tables in various stages of undress.
Jeff Cousins fell 4 metres off a deck, possible broken leg, concussion, probably some broken ribs.
What'd you give him?
Yes, he says he hasn't been drinking.
All right, on my count. 1, 2, 3. Drop some morphine. What about his arms and wrists?
Fine. He fell backwards.
Ooh.
Well, his wife said he fell forwards. She's on her way.
All right, thanks, mate. All right, Jeff, we're going to give you something a little stronger for the pain when you get you some x-rays, okay?
TK. Is that Jeffrey Cousins?
Yep.
The police want to see him as soon as he's stable. Is his wife around?
On her way.
Possibly to finish the job.
What?
The neighbours saw them fighting on their deck. It sounds like she might have pushed him.
We've got a new barista today. You can tell me what you think. Not good.
Well, just say if bad coffee was a prosecutable offence, he'd be doing time. Which nicely segues into your case.
Yeah, how's it looking?
Well, it basically comes down to proving that you laundered money for the Whitetails under duress.
Which I did.
And whether you've kept your nose clean since then.
Which I have.
Then you might be lucky and get away with a fine.
How much are we talking?
Up to 60,000.
Yeah, I can barely afford 60 cents.
Would you prefer jail time?
Isn't there an option C?
Afraid not. Look, I've got to get to another meeting. If there's any developments, I'll be in touch. And thanks for the coffee.
Hey, who's doing Sophie's job while she's away?
Oh, no, sorry, mate. I need somebody who knows what they're doing.
Oh, I'm the man when it comes to an espresso machine.
Yeah, of course you are.
No, for real. Dad had one in Samoa.
Yeah, big demand for short blacks on the islands, wasn't there?
From his customers, yeah. Outside the hotels and a couple of cafes, it's pretty hard to find a decent coffee.
Do you start this afternoon?
So how's the contract looking?
Pretty good.
Much different from when you read it last night?
The devil is in the detail, Livy. Sometimes the smallest things have the biggest consequences.
I see.
But my lawyer's given it the thumbs up.
Great. So what are we waiting for? What's the hold-up?
Well, it's a big decision. And it's not just about me. There's Harry to consider, and you.
Oh, well, I'm up for it. 100%.
I have to admit, it is a very tempting offer in many ways. I would be foolish to turn it down.
You're not about to say but, are you?
I don't know. The thought of living in Paris never really appealed, you know?
Are you on drugs?
Strolls along the Seine, shopping on the Champs-Élysées, sipping champagne under the Eiffel Tower. What's so attractive about that?
I just spoke with your wife. She's having car trouble. She said you'll be here as soon as you can.
Sure.
Can you remember what happened?
I fell.
Before that?
She had her knickers in a twist about something.
You don't have to see her, Jeff.
What?
When Marie arrives, if you'd rather not see
Why
her.
wouldn't I want to see my wife?
Okay. X-rays. You've got quite the slideshow here. You do have a concussion, but no scalp fracture.
I feel fine.
Oh, good. But we need to keep an eye on you for the next 24 hours, just to be sure. Looking out for nausea, dizziness. You also have a fracture of your distal fibula, and you will need a cast.
Great.
Only up to your knee. Most people who take a fall like yours usually break their wrists or arms, so you came out pretty well. And lastly, 2 broken ribs.
Yeah, I know.
They'll be a bit sore for a few months, and we'll give you some anti-inflammatories, but other than that, they heal by themselves. Now, any idea what this is?
No.
Seems foreign. Maybe metal, wrong shape for a scalpel tip. Have you had any surgery?
No, never.
Just raise your arm up for me. Oh, slight. The skin is definitely raised there. It'll be very easy to remove.
No, whatever it is, it's not doing me any harm.
Yet. But given we don't know what it is or how it got there, I strongly recommend we remove it. Some metals can be toxic to the body.
Suit yourself.
Okay. You'll feel a small sting.
When am I getting my cast?
Soon. Jeff, I need to ask you a question. Has your wife ever hit you? Threatened to harm you? Made you feel unsafe?
I beg your pardon?
The reason I ask is that the police have contacted the hospital. They believe Marie pushed you off the deck. Did she?
Don't be stupid. Marie wouldn't. Oh, bloody hell. She was screaming at me. Thought I was cheating on her.
It's assault, Jeff. It's not right. And when you talk with the police...
I'm not talking to the police. I'm not...
Hold still, hold still. Got it. What the hell? This This looks like the kind of ID chip used on animals.
Mystery solved.
Doesn't bother you that you've been tagged like a dog?
Can we get the cast on my legs so I can get out of here?
Who did this to you?
I don't know. I've got bigger things to worry about.
What's a bet your wife works at the zoo or something? Does she have access to these?
Please, I just want to go home.
What does your wife do for a living, Jeff?
She's a vet. You don't have to tell her you found it. I'd rather you didn't.
I thought you said you're going to be flat out all day.
I am. I just popped home for some lunch. What are you doing?
Is that a trick question?
Are you going somewhere?
Kieran gave me a job at the cafe. I start this over.
It's very sudden.
Got to keep the money rolling in, especially now all my comics are gone. Isn't this the part where you go, well done, Daniel?
What about your schoolwork?
It's a part-time job. Lots of people have them.
Well, just be careful.
Are you scared I'll hurt myself with the espresso machine?
Around Kieran, be careful.
Why?
Don't let him exploit you or take advantage.
Why would he? Does he have a bad rep or something?
I'm just saying, that's all.
It's okay, I'm a big boy. I can take care of myself.
I did not push my husband off the deck.
So what, he just fell?
We got into a yelling match, had a scuffle. He's no Gandhi either, believe me. I shoved him back, then he stumbled around the deck like he was drunk and just fell.
Except blood tests show a 0 ethanol level.
I've already been grilled by the police. You said you'd take me to my husband.
We found this embedded in Jeff's skin.
An AVID chip.
What's an AVID?
American Veterinary Identification Device. They're all manufactured overseas.
But you use these at your veterinary clinic?
On animals. You think I put this in my husband?
Can it be used to track someone's movements?
It's an ID chip. The GPS tracking version needs a battery pack collar and transmitter. A little too cumbersome to hide in Jeff's lasagna. Any other theories?
Gabrielle?
I get it now.
Sorry?
Why you defied protocol and gave a Jehovah's Witness a blood transfusion against their wishes.
Ancient history now, isn't it?
It only happened last week.
Yeah, but... never mind.
After I realised the significance of the anniversary of your partner's death, everything made sense. Why you would make such a stupid decision. It reminded me of the way I let my emotions get in the way of operating on Lyndon.
I know we're told to keep our emotions in check on the job, but human frailty and all that.
I'm going to speak to Callum and recommend he reinstate you on the surgical register.
Actually, you may not have to.
Well, you don't want to go back on the register?
Well, I've been offered a job at the American hospital in Paris.
Oh, and you're taking it?
Yeah, I think so. But thank you for offering to speak to Callum. I appreciate it.
Okay, I'll just get the doctor to give you the final all clear, and then Constable Clifton, he would like to ask you some questions.
She pushed me off the deck.
In her statement, your wife said that you fell.
Jeff, are you...
I've done all I've done to try and protect you. You want me dead?
Why would you say that?
I'm down, Jeff. It's safe for you.
She thinks I'm having an affair.
And you're not. You disappear for hours on end with no explanation and then wonder
All
why.
right, let's calm it down.
Okay, Mrs. Cousins, do you mind taking a break with Dr. Potts while I finish up with your husband?
This way, please. I'm not the one at fault here. I'm not.
All yours, including this.
So who chipped him?
The wife's a vet, but the chip doesn't have a GPS or anything. It's not like it could be used to follow him.
No, it just says, "Hi, I'm Jeff. Please return me to my jealous wife." Whatever. It's pretty bent.
A couple of months ago, he started to change. Wasn't interested in me anymore. Was always sneaking off somewhere with these lame excuses.
I know that must be hard.
Yes, it is. But that stupid doctor suggesting I'd put a chip into him. You'd have to be insane. Aside from the fact that there wouldn't be any point. But what I did do was hire a private investigator.
And they confirmed it for you that he was having an affair?
She followed him, but he must have suspected something because he just sat on a park bench for 3 hours, staring into space. Has there been any other strange behaviour? He's restless, has mood swings, he's always tired and seems to have difficulty concentrating. And then today, when he came home after an hour and a half, he tried to tell me he'd forgotten where he'd been.
And you argued and he ended up slipping off the deck.
The horrible thing is, he didn't even try to protect himself. He just fell. Like a brick.
Or later.
Mate, you're on coffees, not the till.
Oh, the guy before was in a rush, so he just gave me the money and took off.
Yeah, fine, but next time get the cashier, all right?
Sorry.
Well, from looking at your face, I'm expecting good news. Dropping all the charges, are they?
There's been a last-minute change of Judge Vorhouse is in for fielding.
And this is bad because...
Fraud and white-collar crime are his pet hates. It's possible he'll throw the book at you.
Are we talking jail time?
Or
Or what?
you get deported.
Being your colleague has brought me a great deal of satisfaction.
Okay.
I have a real passion for my work, and finding another surgeon who shares that same passion, it doesn't happen very often.
Right. Sorry, Gabrielle, am I missing something?
Well, you're leaving.
You're gonna miss me. Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm sure you're making the right decision for yourself, but, Shortland Street will be a lot poorer for losing you.
Oh, I don't know what to say. Thank you.
Hey, how's Jeff Cousins?
I'm starting to wonder if we need a psych consult.
Oh, hold that thought. Hi, Jeff. I'm Sarah.
She's one of the good guys.
It's pretty impressive, that chip that Dr. Samuels took out of you. Would you like us to put it back in? Does a pretty good job, right? Stops you getting lost.
No, that one stops them screwing with my head. Blocks the rays.
Right. Jeff, have you been forgetting things lately?
Not a bit.
Do you mind if I have a look at your hands? How long have they been like this?
What do you mean?
The dryness and the brittle nails.
I don't know.
Jeff, before we let you go, I would like to do some blood tests, okay?
No, I want to go.
Okay, how are we doing?
I'm taking over here.
Excuse me?
This won't take long, all right? TK, if you could take your next patient, please.
Are you sure there's no way to postpone the trial until we get a more sympathetic judge?
If only it was that easy. Sorry, Kieran.
Can I have a couple of beers, please?
Got any ID?
No, Stella, it's fine, thanks. Cheers, I'll speak to you later. Come on, they're not even old enough to shave.
We got ID.
Fine. What year were you born?
1990?
In October. What's your star sign? Your star sign, what is it?
It's...
They're fake. Where'd you get them from? Fine, if you won't tell me, maybe you'll tell the police. I'm sure they would be interested to know.
This dude from school, he's making them for everyone.
Right. What's the name of this young genius, pray tell?
It's Potts. It's Daniel Potts.
I even bought a French phrase book.
Oh, first Alison, Kip, now you and Chris. It's like a mass exodus.
Don't worry, you and Morgan can come visit once we're all set up.
Bien sûr.
Ah, au revoir. Ça va?
Oui, ça va. Et toi?
Ah, très bon. So, have you signed the dotted line? Can we book our tickets to Paris yet? I was thinking, once we get a little apartment all set up...
I'm not going to take the job.
That is so not funny.
I'm serious.
But I thought all you had to do was look over the contract one more time.
No, but just doesn't feel like the right time.
When did you decide that?
I was talking to Gabrielle.
Gabrielle, what's she got to do with anything?
Well, it was something she said.
You decided to turn down Paris because a woman with all the social skills of a gnat said something.
I know you must feel disappointed.
Well, at least I've still got the receipt for the phrase book.
You'll get to use it one day. I promise.
decreased libido, mood swings, unexplained changes in behaviour. It looked like he was pulling away from you, even having an affair. Hypothyroidism. I've treated animals for it. You'd think I'd have realised. Well, it's also what's responsible for his sluggish reflexes, so going off the deck, it's why he didn't put his arms out to break his fall. I got so angry with him. And he was sick. He put a bloody chip into himself, for God's sake. It made him feel safe. Confusion and paranoia are symptoms in some cases. Look, hypothyroidism is a tricky one to diagnose. It was only when I saw his hands that I thought I knew what it was. But the good thing is, it's not difficult to treat. But we can talk you through all that after you've seen him. Thank you.
I want to apologise for not picking this up, Marie. I gave you a hard time, and I'm sorry.
Well, it doesn't present very often. It is an easy condition to miss. At least we know now.
Well, nice there, Dr. Potts on the case.
Hey, it's okay. I think the lesson here is just learn from it.
Hard at work, I see. Relax, boys and girls. The place looks fine. You can all go home. Except for you. We need to have a wee chat about your contract.
Okay. See you guys. Just showing them a video.
It's funny, because I've got something to show you too.
And?
And I just caught Dumb and Dumber trying to use them to buy drinks at the IV. They say they got them from you.
Nope.
Look, mate, I'm about to go to trial, so I'm trying to keep my nose clean. The last thing I need is some jumped-up little git making things worse for me.
I'm sorry, but...
Dump the software.
Eh?
Get rid of what you used to make the IDs. It's on air, is it? What the hell is that? Viruses.
No, it's nothing.
It was you, wasn't it? You screwed with the IV's computers. Then took my money to fix the problem. You two-faced little bastard. Do you know how much it cost me? And then you got the nerve to go and ask me for a job, so you could screw me a bit more. I swear to God, I'm going to knock 7
What the hell do you think you're doing to my son?
Are we talking jail time?
Jail?
A dodgy past
Karma, I suppose.
always comes back to haunt you.
Be warned, that judge will have you for breakfast.
Shortland Street, tomorrow 7 o'clock, TV2.